Good afternoon. This is an afternoon show, unlike last show when it was in the morning. We're at Subby's. Of course, the cuisine, the atmosphere, the ambience, everything is here, including the good price. Subby's has been a recent place that has opened near enough to the Ken's White Flowers and on that outskirt of Portmore. This is the Open Gate show, and surely we're going to try our best to help you with your selections tomorrow. Pure Pride Jamaican bottled water, pure water. Hydrate yourself. Practice social distancing and surely wear your masks. Horseracing had a great climax last week where the champion trainer, Anthony Nunes, reigning champion trainer, emerged, and Jason Acosta did extremely well in putting up a good fight. On the other hand, jockey Anthony Thomas, Caymanas McGregor, and we're not forgetting a young apprentice, Chad Forbes, all sidelined with injuries. Also sidelined is female trainer Kibisha Little, and the Open Gate show wishes her all the best. This afternoon I have a gentleman who has been frequenting the racetrack in the mornings and in the afternoons. His name, everybody knows him as Analyst. Analyst, welcome to the Open Gate show.
Welcome, my friend.
Okay, let's get to the first race. It starts 11:45 a.m. post time. That's early. First race is for choosing up. It's a claiming race, $800 to $1 million. They go 1,100 meters or 5.5 furlongs. 9 were declared. Number 1, Pekin Cruise, ran well. Beaten by a head by next out winner in Casual Affair, who recently betted Tougher Company. Well, that was out the straight that Pekin Cruise met Casual Affair, and now he goes on the curve. Going on the curve for Pekin Cruise, I don't think he is as potent as yesteryear, but it doesn't matter, the straight or the curve. So I think he will have some problems, but still could come out on top. Number 2, Deep Blue Sea, back in a $1 million claiming race where he held on to beat similar opponents on the 25th of September, going 5 furlongs round where he led and just held on by a head, beating Glock and Weekend Jazz, who is here also. Deep Blue Sea is nicely handicapped and ran Darby's Barn. Is hot. Will surely be more focused this time than on last when he ran against much better, finishing 14 and 8 with the likes of Laban Legality. Number 3, Deep Blue Sea, first of 2 for owner Ebert Miller and trainer Marlon Anderson. Reversed the sprinting, but has Robert Hallinan up, as well as lots of speed to chase. Surely Ron Caber should be passing a few, will be weakening, as there is a lot of speed to chase. Number 4, Acero, ran 8 times and raced 3 times on the curve. On all 3 times on the bend were very poor. He was claimed the last. Let's see what the new connections can do with this one. Number 5, Zabaton, another who comes is sprinting. This time has much to do, as there's so much accompanying speed, it could nullify Zabaton's chance of relaxing for keeping the momentum all the way up to the winning post. Number 6, Crafty and Ready, surprisingly in for a claim. Well, it's a high claim. Best lesser caliber horses on the 12th of December, going 5 furlongs round. Although winning easily, he had Basilicus and Stepping Faith behind. He's capable of winning as he is a well-bred horse and he is fresh, very important. Number 7, Formal Gladiator. Second entry for owner Ebert Miller and trainer Marlon Anderson. Has good speed, but keeps flattening out, approaching the winning post. Number 8, Trevor's Choice. Air off a high tough, light to train, possesses good speed, but if he's okay, he could pose a serious threat. Remember, I said if. The last twice he came off a layoff, he ran poor. I don't expect this horse to win. Well, maybe he won't start. But anyway, remember, that's my opinion. My selection, number 3, to upset Ron, that is Ron Cabrera. Number 6, the horse to beat, Crafty and Ready. Number 2, Deep Blue Sea. Number 1, Peak and Cruise. Number 7, Formal Gladiator. As a matter of fact, let me reorganize what I selected. Number 2, Deep Blue Sea. From number 3, Ron Cabrera. Number 6, Crafty and Ready. Number 1, Peak and Cruise. Number 7, Formal Gladiator. Analyst, Low.
Good afternoon, friends and punters. I'm here to suggest that the race for tomorrow is very competitive, especially in the first race, where Peak and Cruise, Old Stallion, very speedy, and have a lot to find in this race if he's to continue on the speed. There's also Deep Blue Sea, another one who have done little coming up to this time here now, where they just come from a 6 furlong, where it's not as fast as I can see here, but nevertheless, he has won good races in the past and have beat horses like Diamond. Last time was Diamond. That's Diamond horse.
Well, he has run well against Nuke
Yes.
and Noon and,
Yes.
and those horses,
Yes.
and has run against Mahogany and Patriot,
Yes.
Father Patrick, those fast horses,
Yes.
and
Yes.
was early up in the lead. Yeah.
I'm saying that if all is well with this one, would be hard not to crack, especially going this short. But for instance, looking at a zero, not as moderate as I can say to compare with Deep Blue Sea, but he have his own way. He'll have his own way in the speed, and can look out for him in the future. As we go along with Zabertoon, might not like it going short. His best is distance. His best is this in distance. As I see here, coming back to claiming, maybe the trainer has something in mind. So we just leave Zabertoon a little for his journey to come up. I wouldn't really say that he has much a chance here. Crafty and Ready, coming out from the non-tree back into this race. I still wouldn't give him that a chance, because this is a very speedy race, and I really don't see him, which I can say match him with Peak and Cruise and Deep Blue Sea with the speed. But nevertheless, he has a chance. He has a chance in this race, because the journey is petrol. gladiator, former gladiator, old speedster in the past, 7-year-old, looking to put his best foot out today, tomorrow. I can say we can't leave that horse out. We don't know what is behind him yet more, but as far as I can say, he's one of the old stallions that can make things happen at this speed. 54 kilo. Very, very much in his favor.
Well, actually, it's 50 kilo because Abigail Abel's 4 kilo claim will make that 50 kilo.
That's right. So we're looking at Chever's Choice, the old machine speedster, where this weight is not really a burden to him. You have taken 126 already and beat some good horses. So my chance would be on Chever's Choice. Weekend Chance is yet to really show himself back that is really back to form. But as I say, we love the sprint and his weight is 54. And I have a strong jockey on him, could manage the frame. So, but my choice from Peking Pools, Deep Blue Sea, and Chever's Choice. I would say Chever's Choice, Deep Blue Sea, Peking Pools.
We're at the second race. It's for native bred 5 years and up. It's a restricted allowance race for native bred who have not won 3 races in their career. 8 declared. They go 1400 meters or 7 furlongs. Number 1, Chennai Express fits well with these, but to be on top of it, has to be on top of himself in order to win for me, but will surely get into the top 3. Number 3, Colin Blair, by far the lone speed air, and whoever catches him will win. Number 6, Shaboom, not reliable, but may offer some value in this small field. Number 7, My Time Now, did well on last for new connections on the 18th of December, going a mile with this jockey of Tevin Foster. Was held off the pace and closed to get, as a matter of fact, took up the running at the furlong point, but couldn't hold it and finished second, 1.5 lengths behind No Identity. Chennai Express was 6 lengths, well 5 lengths behind My Time Now in that race. Must be taken seriously and should have a very good chance, although he's up in the scale. Number 8, XY Solely Focus will run okay for a top 4 slot. Number 7, My Time Now, just from number 3, Colbert. Number 1, Chennai Express. Number 6, Shaboom. Analyst.
Yes, back to second race, where I noticed that Colbert has come down to his favorite street, whereby he had led for 7 furlongs in a mile and lost. Now coming back to this 7 furlong race and coming from 6 furlong, which giving him much more advantage. With the weight, I don't think the weight will stop him. He should make a race of this with My Time Now running on say My Time Now and Chennai Express. So I would say number 3, Colbert. Number 7, My Time Now. Number 1, Jamaican.
Third race is for native-bred foals and up. It's a mainly condition race. They go 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters. 8 declared. Number 4, Big Argument, had only 2 career starts. Her first was on the 19th of December and ran evenly to finish 6 1/4 lengths fourth. The more scored traditional boy with here. And Queen Adele came back 4 days after. That was very quick. December 23rd, going 5 furlongs round. First time on the bend, was with the lead, but came back a bit to be fourth, 11 3/4 lengths. We'll be getting first time Lasix now against these, and she should be given a chance, seeing that she has the speed and she gets Paul Francis on this time. Number 5, Fearless Man, didn't do badly when losing one of his stirrup irons over this very triple 5.5 furlongs on the 27th of September rather. Finished 5th, 5 3/4 lengths after look challenging with only 1 stirrup iron intact. That's his best race by far in 11 starts. Fresh, and who knows, Christmas can be any day as long as you make it that day. Number 7, Traditional Boy, fairly consistent, but a very slick customer. Shows up when you least expect. I've had plenty of chances in the past. Should be okay with these, but more improvement is expected from number 4, Big Argument, and number 8, Silver Fox. Number 8, Silver Fox, was in front of both number 4, Big Argument, and number 7, Traditional Boy, after being stolen to stride, but quickly left to the leaders in his only career start on the 23rd of December. Let's see if logic plays here. I'm expecting number 8, Silver Fox, to win, from number 4, Big Argument, number 7, Traditional Boy, number 5, Fearless Man. Scientist, analyst.
That's my choice.
Low.
That's my choice. It was all said and done that this horse, Silver Fox, would have beaten Pariaso. But because of his first run, he had showed that Pariaso was more an improved horse and a more advanced horse. Coming back to this race, meeting back his peer here, I doubt that these can turn the table on him.
I agree.
Because his first run has shown that the next run would be much more improved. I would say number 8, Silver Fox, number 7, Traditional Boy, number 6, Fearless Man.
Number 6, number 5, Fearless.
Number 5,
Okay.
Fearless Man.
We're at race 4. For native-bred 5 years and up, who have never won 2 races. 5 furlongs straight or 1,000 meters straight. 8, again declared. Number 1, Smoke Ace, had his form exposed when he led for a long way on the 23rd of December, going 6 furlongs. Finishing 3rd though, by 6 lengths, beaten by Rashid and Expedition. Surely he's fitter from that run and can reward his new connections with another good display. Number 3, Trulicity, quietly whispered in the last 2 races, but seemingly nothing was true. Reports to have changed stable since that last race. If Focus is a dangerous animal, surely. Number 4, Born Diplomat, came off an 8-month sojourn and was up to speed on the 11th of December, going 5 furlongs round. Finishing 6th by 7 lengths behind John P., Duke of Springs, and Nina Dorado et al. Should be better for that run. Number 6, Cupcake, gets back O'Neill Mullins, who had been the only rider to score a win on her. Number 7, Allen, loves the straight and should factor somewhere in the lower segment of your exotics, even in the middle order, a possibility. Number 8, Persistent One, Bettered 4.5 lengths by number 1, Smoke 8 on last. Has catching up to do against that one. Number 3, Trulicity. Number 1, Smoke 8. Number 8, Persistent 1. Number 7, Allen. Number 4, Born Diplomat. What say you, analysts?
Speaking of Trulicity, I've heard a little thing around that it's going to be very hard, tough not to crack. Seeing that his performance is not worthwhile, but something is going wrong, I can see. But I am looking at Alan, which love the street, and will make a race of this. So if anything beats Alan, it will be Trulicity. And where is that?
The selection.
Yes. The selection is Alan, number 7, Alan, number 3, Trulicity, number 8, Pleasant.
5th race, we're halfway down the card. It's for neighborhood trios and the main special weight race. 5 furlongs straight again, but 9 declared this time. 5 debutants. Debutant number 1, Babylon Will Fall. Born the 3rd of February, a chestnut filly by Smoke Sensational Slam by Carly by Image Maker. Owner and breeder Norris Finn. Alfred Brown trains. Aston Bent, the groom, Chaddock Barai will ride. I've been showing some improvement since the visor was fitted on the exercise on exercise mornings. Should be part of the outcome. Number 2, Prince Sanjay, debutant number 2. Born 8th of April, a chestnut colt by Emperor All, out of $1.50 by Wizard of Gold. Ivan Rowe, owned and bred this horse. Stephen Todd trains. Leaford Bird, the groom, Robert Aladdin will ride. Prince Sajay, even though stablemate number 5, Awesome Rich, is looking the better proposition here. You know, I can't understand why Robert Aladdin, well, maybe it's not his choice, is on board this one. Number 3 is debutant number 3, North London, born the 8th of May, a bay filly by Savoy Stump, out of Right Marker by Market Rally. Marlon Briggs own Ryan Darby trains. Everton Russell groom. This horse was bred by Aston Marsh. Ray Lewis, he gets the call. Been around for a while, North London. But even so, he hasn't really impressed at exercise. But I'm a point to think she will run okay enough to get into your exotics. Number 4, Phonometer, debutant. That's debutant number 4. Born the 12th of April, a bay colt by Traditional, by Opulent, by Vanadium, Anthony Nunes owned and trained this horse. Mark and Susan Wade's bred. This horse will debut with Lasix. Kevin Foster ride. Phonometer is from a mare who named Opulent, whose progeny so far comes on early. Don't be worried by the exercise reports, as he surely looks like a very good horse and a horse that will perform better on the racetrack instead of at exercise. Number 5, Awesome Rich, the most experienced horse in this race, and first 2 career starts were good, but that waned in his subsequent 2 outings. Now air off a brief respite, looking a sorted out animal on the exercise track. Awesome Rich should have a very good chance of fighting this one out. Number 4, Eddie 29, looking a bit improved on the exercise track also. Should have a chance to get on the board somewhere. I don't expect this horse to win though. Number 7, Zion Princess, debutant number 5, born the 25th of April. Bay filly by Midnight Hawk out of Look at Me Now by Region of Merit. Michael Beecham, owned, bred and trained this horse. Robert Watson, the groom. Showing value at exercise, but will need this race. Rougeau Laho, he rides. My selection, number 4, Phonometer to upset number 5, Awesome Rich. Number 6, Eddie 29. Number 1, Babylon Will Fall. Number 3, North London. Analyst.
Yeah, this race is very a competitive race. As far as I see, there's only one horse in there that is bursting up the track. And if anything beat Awesome Rich wins. His last exercise gallops showing that 46 is his last 4 furlong. So if anything go on Awesome Rich, let us see. What I'm looking at, Zion Princess. Number 7, Zion Princess, which has done much in his exercise preparation. I've never run, but his exercise performance is showing me a great deal of interest. So, but then again, because we have never run, and sometimes we can't go along with exercise because it doesn't work sometimes. But if you are going along with a horse to follow in this race, it must be Awesome Rich. His exercise is superior to these. So my bet would be number 5, Awesome Rich, number 7, Zion Princess, and number 8, Infinity.
Number 9, Infinity.
Number 9, Infinity.
Okay. Well, of course, I should remind our listeners that we are at Sabbath, a place where as the time goes on in the afternoon, you'll have lots of laughter. This is an outlet where people come, wine and dine and relax, and they meet other friends and co-workers, and they're having a good time. So the laughter in the background is just a revelation of how the ambience and the atmosphere is at Sabbath. Race 6, it's the McKay Security Sprint Trophy, and of course, Jason McKay, he owns a security company, and he has put on an annual race. This is not it, this is a new feature, the McKay Sprint. Normally, we have the McKay Security Limited Trophy that goes 9 furlongs 25 yards, and both these races that Mr. McKay has sponsored has a $1 million purse for the lowest type of horses. The Open Day Show applauds Jason McKay in a good effort in assisting Horseman to gain some credence in the big purse races. All right, this race, McKay Sprint Trophy, is for 5 and up. It's a claiming race, 150 to 180,000 for non-winners since September the 1st, 2021. They go 700 meters and 12 has been declared. Number 1 special prosecutor was waiting on this race, but was claimed for the opportunity here by Stephen Todd from Donovan Plummer. Has speed, but has a lot to find in order to win. Number 4, Chief of State, Stephen Todd's second entry. As a matter of fact, we have 3 horses here. Chief of State's particular race, because of issues, gets Robert Halliday, and who usually, as these races penciled out, that I'm talking, trainer Stephen Todd. Number 9, Dash of Class, could get a result spot. Number 10, El Maestro, wisely claimed for this lucrative purse money of $1 million. It's good run on the 15th of November, going 5 furlongs round, 57 kilos with Christopher Mundine, led and got beaten by a head by Papa Albert. Only has to simulate that performance to better these. Shane Ellis, he gets the call. Number 11, Freedom for Eds, is quickly back. Number 12, Peyton Stone Red, surely should have a serious say to give female apprentice Natalie Berger a long overdue win. But I'm selecting number 10, El Maestro, from number 4, Chief of Staff. Number 12, Peyton Stone Red. Number 9, Dash of Class. Number 1, Special Prosecutor, to hold on for a minor, very minor exotic slot. Your talk.
In this race, the McKay Security Sprint Trophy, it's a 3.5 furlong race. The bunch of speed will tell in this race. As I see El Maestro with more advanced speed in this race. I could never think of taking another and leave this house. Freedom Parade has a speed. Paint the Stone Red is another who is very consistent in his run, but might not have the speed as Chief of Staff, El Maestro, and Freedom Parade. So for me, I would go along with El Maestro. With more speed.
Number 10.
Number 10, El Maestro, with more speed. Chief of Staff, number 4, have a little speed, but can run on in the last. And Paint the Stone Red will be coming on in the deep stretch.
Number 12.
Number 12. So, number 10, El Maestro. Number 4, Chief of Staff. Number 12, Paint the Stone Red.
Yeah, number 4, Chief of State. Okay, all right. Let's get to race 7. This is the annual low claim derby, a purse of $1 million. It's the Mackay Security Limited Trophy. It's for 4th and up. The claiming race 200 to 250,000. That's the claiming status. This is for horses who have started for 250,000 or less since September 1st, 2021. It's for very small field, surprisingly. 7 horses declared. Number 1, Ride the Mob, enjoys 2 turns and was reclaimed by trainer Fremantle. For this should be one, and this horse should be the one for the top 4. Number 3, General Mubarak, another who was claimed to try using his fitness and class to gain a major slice of this purse. Number 4, Sir Arjun Baba, claimed by trainer Delroy War to run here. This horse won this race last season. January 21st, the first of on New Year's Day, over this very trip of 925 yards, this horse led and won quite easily, 8.5 lengths, beating Shaughter Screws and Dr. Gray, as well as 4 more races last season that Sir Arjun Barber went on to win after.
Yes.
It's presently seeking a hat-trick of wins and can obtain same. Number 5, Storm Valley, stretching out for the first time and surely not bred. If you're going by is Dam, that girl who was an out-and-out sprinter, has potential, but could be competitive if he's fully okay. Yet another horse here who was claimed for this race specifically. Number 6, Whatever, second entry for Trader Delhi War. There's showing of pace to close at. Her nemesis is she is yet to beat, but these claiming races, you have to be very careful. Number 7, Hail Mary will be a late non-starter. Top 4 in order. Number 4, Sergeant Baba. Number 5, Storm Valley. Number 6, Whatever. Number 1, Ride them up. Analyst.
As my look into this race, Sir Arjun Baba is the most consistent horse in this journey, at this journey. He has won this race 3 times, and now he's back in his same class, which is a 250 class horse. I think this class is his pet class so far, and I don't think that he's out of his ship. He's into his ship. So if any horse beat Sir Arjun Baba, it must be the one horse.
Ride them up.
Ride him up.
Okay.
That horse will be running on consistently. Just keep running on. So the journey is just up his street. And if any horse beat Sir Arjun Baba, it must be Ride him up with Whatever running on for 3rd.
Number 6. Okay.
Number 6, Whatever.
8th race for native 4s and up, for who have never won 3 races, as well as imported 4s and up who have never won twice. They go 5 furlongs round or at 1,000 meters round. 8 declared. Number 1, Will the Conqueror. Rides the turn now after his last 3 starts were out the straight. It's light enough to get on the board. Number 2, the Genesis. Her odds in recent starts suggest she has this race in mind. As Stephen told us, quite a number of horses running, and maybe he has this New Year's Day as a day that he's going to try to win a race or 2. Number 3, Moonrover. I've never had it so easy. Could just take it all. Number 4, Catawba. Surely looked flashy on Saturday 18th of December. Skipping 3 furlongs and 35 and 3/5. Number 4, King's Magician ran well against Better. The last time, that was 4 days ago, over this exact distance of 5 furlongs round, against much tougher in Casual Affair. Stablemate Magical Moon was also claimed and is in this race as well, was in front of him. King's Magician finished 3rd, 2 lengths behind the winner. Let's see what the King's Magician can do to get into the winner's enclosure to take pictures. Number 7, Magical Mood, former stablemate of King's Magician into the Anthony Nunes barn, and another was claimed. This one ran in the same race as I mentioned with number 5, King's Magician, and finished ahead, but lost to Casual Affair by 3/4 length. Quick to back both of these horses, and really, I am really concerned about that. Interesting, Robert Aladdin will be going 5 kilos overweight to ride Magical Mood. Number 8, Miss Illington, Paper Light, and can upset this apricot. Number 3, Moonrover. Number 2, the Genesis. Number 1, Will the Conqueror. Number 8, Miss Illington. Number 4, Catawba. I'm not selecting number 5, King's Magician and Magical Moon, but that's my opinion.
In this race, particular, Will the Conqueror have just won out of the street in 59.4, 119. With coming back to this allowance race, I would not use the claimers to beat him. Coming from 750, which King Magician and Magical Mood are coming from. They are coming from the claiming. I am coming from the allowance. I'm back into the allowance. So with 2 kilos down, 59, I'm going along with Will the Conqueror to beat Magical Mood, the claimer, and King Magician.
All right.
Number 5.
Okay, it's getting dark. We have to go faster. Anyway, the penultimate race, race 9, co-feature. This is Supreme Ventures Racing Entertainment Limited Fan Appreciation Day Trophy. Supreme Ventures Racing Entertainment Limited has done a tremendous lot for the fans and punters and kudos to them. They have to start somewhere, and this is the route they decided to take. Surely, come this year, later down in the season, Horseman should be happy with what Supreme Venture has to offer them. This race goes 1,820 meters or 9 furlong 25 yards, 7 declared. Another small field. Number 1, Let Him Fly, very fit horse. Number 2, Supreme Soul, can't complain, especially now getting back Shane Ellis. Number 3, Awesome Treasure, grew up into fine form and could try to run the headlines to have it more comfortable for number 2, Supreme Soul. Number 5, Blood Song, wouldn't be surprised if she gets on the board. Number 6, Best Daughter Ever, her last 2 victories were around 2 turns. If she gets 72 odds against those caliber horses in her last run on the 18th of December, going a mile, I'm speaking of One of a Kind, Billy Wiz, Excessive Force, etc., then it's obvious what I'm seeing on the track from this horse this week, looking very sharp. Best Daughter Ever, she's coming to run. Number 7, China Max, I've been waiting quite a while to be afforded a chance to run against horses that he can be competitive with. And I'm expecting Caymanas to be a part of the outcome. My selection though, number 6, best daughter ever. Possibly to hold off number 2, Supreme Soul, who is the horse to beat. Number 7, Caymanas. Number 5, Love Song. Analyst quickly.
Number 2, Supreme Soul, should never be running to me in this overnight race. He's twice the better horse than these horses. And if anywhere near fitness, this won't be a race. So what I'm looking at here, it's a walkover, my opinion, that Supreme Soul will beat this horse, outclass these horses altogether.
Final race.
The horse, number 2, Supreme Soul. Number 6, best ever. Number 1, Let Him Fly.
The final race, before we go on and gorge into the luscious food, you have jerk pork, chicken in all style, you have curry goat, you have roti, you have fish, you just name it. It's here at Summit. The final race, the 2022 New Year's Day Trophy. The Open Gate Show wishes all and sundry all the best for the 2022 season. And regardless of the predictions of the Omicron COVID, we hope for the best. This race goes 6.5 furlongs or 1,300 meters for native bred foals and up, with number 1, 2 races, as well as imported foals and up, who remains a maiden. 11 declared. Number 1, I wind this race down between 4 horses. Number 1, Sweet Majesty. Number 7, King Antalo. Number 11, Prince Marshall. To a lesser extent, number 2, Baton Rouge. Number 10, Rising Saint. And possibly number 6, Avenging Angel, who was loudly whispered to be coming to run, but ran very poor, finishing 19 lengths behind Rusty, Evan the Glitter, Obsidian ID and company on the 26th of December. My selection is number 7, King Antalo, from number 11, Prince Marshall, who looks the horse to beat. Number 1, Sweet Majestic. Number 2, reluctantly, Baton Rouge. And number 6, Avenging Angel. Analyst, quickly.
Number 2, Baton Rouge, has given the prize here. Coming from these 2 races last week, in this race, he's well fit, well ready to run, and he's the horse to beat. I am looking at Baton Rouge, number 2, number 11, Prince Marshall, and number 10, Rising Saint. Those are my selections, but Baton Rouge is the horse to beat.
Well, for Baton Rouge, I think I think he has raced quite a number of times. It's not to say this horse is a big-bodied horse. I could be proven wrong. And I must remind you, trainers are great or good analysts, but to select, to be a tipster, to select, we are not. But if Baton Rouge wins, that horse is going to surprise me because of the amount of race that horse ran within, I would say, the last 4 weeks.
With the company
well,
that he has run with.
Well, I agree, but you know,
it's much more stouter than these.
I agree with you, but I'm not selecting that one. Anyway, under the situation, the Open Gate Show comes to an end, and we go into the new year, and we hope, you know, that all the best for everyone, and see you next week when we try to do better. Take care.
Thank you,
and ensure that you see tomorrow.